It's day 2 of our 24 days of Christmas cookies and treats, and we're making apple butter cheesecake. Let's get into it. We're going to start by making the crust for our cheesecake. I have some crushed graham crackers here that I did via a food processor, but you could also have your kids help out by doing it with a baggie. We are adding a little bit of cinnamon, mixing this up, and then we're going to add half of our butter, and using a fork we're going to stir and combine this, trying to coat every piece of graham cracker. We're going to add the other half of our butter, and once again just stir and try and get every piece coated in a little bit of butter so that it is nice and packable. We're going to add this to a springform pan, and that just means that once this is done, we'll be able to remove the sides and serve this quite easily. Once you add all of your graham cracker into the pan, we're going to push this down, and I recommend using a measuring cup or a glass, and we're trying to have a thin, even layer on the bottom and then an even layer up the sides. So as you can see, this takes a little bit of work. I don't make a ton of cheesecakes, but if you are experienced in that, this is probably quite easy for you. It is an easy task, but it's just something that takes a little bit of time to even everything out. And since this isn't going to be baked, you really want to make sure that everything is packed in. Once it is fully ready to go, we're just going to set it off to the side and in a separate bowl combine our cheesecake. We're going to add 2 blocks of softened cream cheese to our bowl, a little bit of granulated sugar, and then we're going to use a hand mixer to mix this until it is fully combined. You don't want any clumps in your cream cheese, and you want to make sure that the sugar is fully incorporated into our mixture. Once that has gotten a more fluffy texture, we are going to use our spatula to scrape down the sides, and then we are going to add in some heavy cream and a little bit of lemon juice. The heavy cream is really nice at keeping this cheesecake light, so we're going to use our hand mixer again to just whip this for about 2 to 3 minutes. You should start to see that the heavy whipping cream is adding a really nice fluffiness to this. After the 2 to 3 minutes is up and this is nice and airy, we're going to add it into our crust. We're just going to simply scoop it in with our spatula. Don't worry too much about smoothing out the top because we're going to add a few dollops of our apple butter. This local apple butter is delicious on its own, but added in with the creamy cheesecake, it is wonderful. We're going to use our spoon to just swirl the apple butter through the top of the cheesecake. Don't worry if this doesn't look exactly the most appealing at the moment. We're going to let it chill in the fridge for at least 6 hours. I left mine overnight. And as you can see, the apple butter darkened a little bit. We're going to add a few more spoonfuls on top to swirl. And then, of course, we have to add a little topping of cinnamon on top. I'm going to cut this off camera just because I get so nervous about making a perfect cut on camera. And we are going to top this with a little bit of cinnamon, give it a nice big bite, and oh, it is delicious. I hope you all give this recipe a try. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for day 3 of our 24 days of Christmas cookies and treats. We will see you tomorrow. Bye!